originally had about 12 to 15 or 16 kids in the school, and there weren't always somebody in every grade. When I was in first grade, there were 2 boys with me in first grade, and we graduated together. One of them was my cousin, Clark, who was killed in an airplane accident the first year after, or the summer that we graduated from high school in 1940. The next summer, my good friend Earl was going home from and was hot, so he stopped to swim in a gravel pit and drowned. So what do you think I thought the third summer?
Gonna be you.
I thought it would be me,
You got lucky.
but it wasn't.
Were you there when your friend drowned?
What?
Were you present when your friend drowned?
No. No. See, he lived, several miles from where we lived. And I didn't have anything to do with when he was doing the thrashing. I was probably working on the farm myself. Same day. Country school. Get back to country school. Okay. When I first started, we had a pot-belly stove. Do you know what a pot-belly stove is? They're just a round, big fat stove that you put in wood, corn. You'd start it with corn cobs probably, and kerosene, and then throw in some coal or maybe wood. Well, and it was a couple of years after that we got a new stove that was all surrounded on 4 sides by a metal piece that was kind of like a smooth surface. So that was one of the improvements. We had chalkboards. We had Abraham Lincoln and George Washington's picture up in front. We carried our own lunch, of course.
In a syrup bucket.
I carried mine in a syrup bucket. And to ride the pony, I couldn't hang on to the syrup bucket very well, so my mother made a bag and I put it over my shoulder and carried it. I didn't take the stone very often. And carried anything in there for school while I rode to school. When I got probably to like 6th grade, I started fixing my own lunch. And always, from then on through school, I always fixed my own lunch. And one of the things I liked the most was salmon salad sandwiches. That was smoked salmon. In those days, you could buy a little piece of smoked salmon like that for about 10 cents. And that made really a good sandwich. Of course, I had eggs, sandwiches, and peanut butter, stuff like that. One of the interesting things about my lunch, I think I was in 4th grade when my dad had gotten oranges called blood oranges. Have any of you ever seen a blood orange?
Yeah.
I didn't know any better, so I started peeling it, and I see all this red in there, and I threw it in the stove. But I learned. I found out that it was okay after I got home, or when we had an orange at home. We had to go probably 6 or 8 blocks to get water to drink, and we would have get water. We had that detail after when we were in 4th grade. 2 of us would go over to this farm, pump the water, and bring it back. And when we first started, we didn't have our own cups. We all drank out of the different. It was a different. We all drank out of that. had a ceramic water cooler, and you just pushed the little button and held your cup in. We had two outhouses. Of course, one was poison and the girl. And that would be something that you guys have never had to experience, I'm sure. If you, when you had the toilet, you had to go out to the outhouse. We had a nice big playground. When we got like in maybe 4th grade or so, we started playing softball, and Dad was the director of the school, and he built a little backstop for us so the ball didn't always go across the road. One of the fun things we did in the spring was to bring our rakes to school and rake the grass from the whole playground and then have a wiener roast. That was